Now, we want you to get as much as possible out of this year's showcase.
There's a thing that every gamer hopes for. It's the Electronic Entertainment Expo at Los Angeles. Every year, huge rumors and speculation surround it, making every gamer hope that their favorite game gets a sequel or a new console is unveiled. And this year's E3 was no different. And now it's time to recompose ourselves from the hype and look back at what was a wonderful week. So here are my best and worst moments of this year's E3. This year, Bethesda was in a strange situation. The only major game they would show would be Dishonored 2, and it would have been really hard for them to top last year's E3 show. In fact, they didn't, but that doesn't mean they showed cool stuff like Bethesda VR. Everyone knew that the major companies were slowly getting into virtual reality, and one way or another, even Bethesda would. This was therefore a pretty unexpected announcement and left many gamers hoping for the future. They announced that their two major titles, Doom and Fallout 4, would be getting the VR treatment on the Vive, and it would be freaking amazing. Unfortunately, not a lot of people have a Vive, which is why this is at 5th place. EA Play was the conference that kicked off E3 2016, and boy was it boring. The only redeeming factor was Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, and the last one was particularly exciting. They showed off a multiplayer trailer that was hands down one of the most epic and coolest looking trailers of this E3. It showed amazing graphics, new mechs, new abilities, new ways to make you feel a badass, and most importantly, it was direct gameplay, not CGI bullshit. And let's not forget the single player trailer too. I am not a fan of South Park, nor am I a fan of Ubisoft games. But holy shit, was the South Park The Fractured Butthole? Get it? The Fractured Butthole presentation really hilarious. It seemed to me that the two creators of South Park, which I have absolutely no idea what they're called, didn't have a script and they were just improvising the craziest joke, and they were really passionate about their game.
But then you finally reached your parents' door. And what you saw when you opened that door changed your life forever and led you to fighting crime. You were too late, because when you opened that door, you saw your dad fuck your mom.
What?
Butthole doesn't trust anyone because his dad fucked his mom and he couldn't do anything to stop it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. How could the person you trust do that to the only other person you love?
Cartman, everyone's dad fucked everyone's mom.
I can see there's a lot of people that relate to that story.
Yeah, it's very personal for us, and apparently that does touch a lot of people.
There's very few people that can at least relate to it at some level, except for Jesus. So, we got that one out.
It didn't hurt that they showed off gameplay of it, and the game too was very funny. When at Sony's conference with thunderous music and applause, Hideo Kojima comes out on the stage, you knew he would drop a bomb. And he did. Kinda. He showed a trailer for Death Stranding, his new game. Being a Hideo Kojima game, you know it will have strange and genius moments at the same time. In fact, in the trailer basically you don't understand anything. Dead things, a naked man with a baby, crying, a naked man, dead things, more dead things, and Death Stranding, oh my god! Nobody knows what the heck this game is, but it blew everyone's mind. You knew what was in first place. The second you clicked the video, you knew exactly what was in first place. When Nintendo announced that the only playable game this year would be the new Zelda, everyone had a mini heart attack. Nintendo was really confident about their game, and so people's expectations were high. And Nintendo, as always, didn't let them down. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the new adventure in Hyrule, and it looks as though Nintendo went full Elder Scrolls on this one. Huge open worlds, tons of things to do, and an amazing art style will make this game one of the most anticipated games of 2017. Now, we did the best moments, so let's take a look at the worst moments from this year's E3. This year, Microsoft announced not one, but two new consoles. One is the Xbox Slim, a smaller version of the Xbox One, and the Xbox Scorpio, that seems to be an entire new generation of console. Now, nobody knows what to think of the Scorpio, and since it was announced, there's no need to get a Slim model. Oh, and also, pretty much all of the games on the Xbox are not compatible with Windows 10, except Halo. So actually now there's no point in getting an Xbox. Sure enough, nobody knows what to think about this. Bethesda announced that Skyrim, the award-winning RPG from 5 years ago, is getting a remastered. Nobody wanted that. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Skyrim, but maybe Bethesda could have remastered Oblivion or Morrowind that have kinda shitty graphics, but instead you'll get a slightly better looking version of Skyrim, which you can get with mods. At least if you have the Legendary Edition on PC, you'll get this for free. This year, Ubisoft showed off some gameplay footage of their new open world game, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. To me, it seems the usual boring open world Ubisoft games, that is made more boring if you don't have friends that want to spend $60. From what was shown, it seemed the usual third-person shooter with some stealth mechanics, but overall just a game to overlook. Also, the Ubisoft conference was so long and they had so little games, so basically we watched 30 minutes of one-liners. This year's Sony conference was a blast. They continuously showed off new games, gameplay, information without missing a beat. Except one, Days Gone. When it was first revealed, I was extremely excited because I thought it was The Last of Us 2. Instead, it was another zombie game, which looks kind of interesting, with lots of zombies on screen all at once and not bad looking graphics, but as always, I think it'll be overshadowed. So, if you're a sports fan, you'll probably disagree on this one. Basically, half of EA's conference was dedicated to Madden, FIFA, and other sports tournaments, and nobody absolutely cared. Nobody. So there you have it, my best and worst moments from this year's E3, and let's hope that next year every company will have a great conference. See you in the next video.
We'll be right back.